All right, so we're here with the our next topic for the day, and it's the chronicle the first two episodes of The Last Dance, the documentary that ESPN is doing 30 for 30 in reference
Introduce
to
us real
the
quick.
98 Bulls. So
Introduce us real quick.
Tell the True Sports Talk, your boy GD Fitz, my man Mike Dub, and we got Taztv410 with my man Dipper, as well as my man Taz TV. He a little incognito right now, but he's with us. Don't worry about it. He here with us. So what we're doing right now, we're gonna break down the first two episodes and just give our thoughts on how the show was and how it was going. I'm gonna start it off with the ultimate Bulls fan, because I know he was sitting there chilling back. He had his soda, some nachos, chips, and all kinds of stuff with him. He was ready for it. Mike Dub, go ahead, yo. Let me hear what your thoughts are on the Last Dance so far.
You know what? I'm gonna tune in next Sunday. It hurt to see the way they treated my favorite player, but that's here and there. We talking about Mike, right? And what I don't like is how people always, every time we talk about Michael Jordan, we have to talk about another player. People talking about, well, Mike scored 63 in the playoffs and he lost, and we glorified it. I hated that part. Like he scored 63 on the best team in the NBA in the playoffs. Like, you know, with him being the AC playing against the number one seed, you know, you gotta give props and props to do. You know, but you know, to me, I give it an A+. I think every episode gonna get better. So I can't wait to see how Dennis Rodman part though. I can't really wait to see Dennis Rodman. I loved it. What about you, Dip? What you think?
Man, so here we go. Whoa, what just happened? Am I still here?
Yeah, you here? I see you. I hear you and I see you.
How come I can't? Hey, it just, what? You see me?
I see you and I hear you. I see you and I hear you.
I can't find the meeting that I'm in right now.
But you still on the camera though.
I'm still on the camera.
You still talking. You still on the
Okay,
camera and you
I'm
still
gonna just
talking.
talk as I try to find it. Here's how I think about it. Man, this documentary is what we've been waiting for. I am in shock how much money they is paying my man Scottie Pippen. It is unbelievable. And, you know, for him to, like, do what he was doing, not trying to play and, like, hold the organization accountable, I respect him for it. It just blows my mind how one person can destroy a dynasty like that, and it's unreal. To me, I feel like Mike is just on a different level. Hey, girls, hold on real quick. You gotta be quiet. Mike is on a different level than everybody, and with this whole Bulls thing, I just can't wait to see if they're gonna talk about how if they slide in like the 92 Dream Team. If somehow they could talk about how Isaiah Thomas didn't make the team, because all the rumors said that Mike doesn't like him, and clearly in the video and the highlights, he said he has a negative thought towards those guys. So I can't wait to see that.
Got a question for you while we're on this topic. Got a question for you. Would you agree Mike was the best player on a basketball court the day he stepped in the NBA?
Was he the best? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey,
that's
because
tough.
as an individual, just because you don't win, don't mean you ain't the best. Remember that.
I agree. But was he the best player when he first stepped on the court in the NBA? I don't know if I can say that.
All right. Well, who would you say was better than him?
That's tough,
Who would you say was better than him? Who would you say better than him?
Well, I got to think about who's back then.
Magic Bird, Isaiah Thomas.
There's no way.
All those guys in the league.
There's no way in the world.
You're talking about
Kareem.
You're telling me he's better than Magic when he first got into the league? Is that what you're saying?
When he stepped foot in the league, he was the most dominant player from day one.
No, sir.
Day one?
No, sir.
No. I'm not talking about winning. I'm talking about the individual. Remember this. I'm not talking. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Was Kareem still in the league?
Yes.
Yeah, Kareem's still in the league.
That's one. Yo, Magic and Bird
Magic was already in the league with 2 championships and 2 finals MVPs.
I'm not talking about teamwork. I'm not talking about team play.
That ain't teamwork.
You just said he was in. Okay.
Now look,
Okay.
GD Fitz, let y'all talk. Let me get mine in now, because I was listening to it. Let me get mine.
Go ahead. I'm going to mute myself.
All I'm saying is, let's go back to the Bulls topic first. With the Bulls documentary, I love how they broke it down to know what Scottie Pippen went through, as well as what Michael Jordan went through, to set up the stage for what we're going to see probably later on in the documentary. I like that. And I'm going to break some more stuff down into that. But to answer your question, in 1984, drafted Michael Jordan, playing the 84-85 season. I understand about his scoring prowess and what he did. Jordan, to tell you to this day, himself, he was too small and too frail to deal with the physicality of the NBA. He had not gotten that curve yet. You have to grow in your game. I don't care how biased people are and how crazy they are about Jordan. In 1985, Michael Jordan was not the most dominant basketball player in the world in 1985. Nowhere in the world. Larry Bird was the most dominant player in 1985. So was Magic Johnson. So was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Those guys were the end-all be-alls, not Michael Jordan in 1985. That's just me. I don't know about nobody else, but I would never put Michael Jordan ahead of those guys in 1985. Go ahead with it, Mike.
No, I didn't hear your last part. Somebody was calling me. I didn't hear your last part. What did you say?
It's just nowhere in the world in 1985.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so we going back to the Bulls topic, right?
Yeah.
Or we still talking about Mike? We going back to the Bulls
I
topic.
mean, they kind of the same thing.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like, Mike the best that ever did it. I just don't like I'm tired of comparing him to players. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of him being compared to anybody. I don't want him to be compared to nobody. He on his own mantle. Everybody else is under him. I'm tired of the comparison.
You know what's funny though with that?
Tired of it.
You can ask your father, and you can ask my father. You can ask anybody of the older generation. When we did the comparisons of who's better, Michael or Kareem, they probably said the same thing. I'm tired of this. Kareem's the best. Kareem's the best. I know it. I know it for a fact. But this is what we're going to always get in these kind of debates, because we all look at it that way, man. We all going to look at it that exact way of this might be my guy. That's why we got to stop comparing these guys and just say the most dominant of this era, the most dominant of this era, and just go from there. Tez, you got anything to say? Yo, I know you've been sitting there working, but what you got to say, bro?
Listen, hey, Taz, before you go, I want to make sure you hear everything. Talk about the 90s. And then Mike said that when Jordan first stepped on the court, he's the best player. The first step on the court, he's the best player. So talk about those two.
1984, October.
The rookie was the best player
in the world.
I mean, we talking about the best scorer.
No, he's saying best player.
You was playing, Mike?
I just asked a question. It was a question, Taz. That's all. I asked a question.
Oh, hell no, he wasn't the best. He wasn't the best when he first stepped on the court. Nah, not when he first. And listen. The man averaged 37 one year. So, listen, but the first time, though, no, Mike, no. Listen, this is how I feel. There's no comparison to Mike. There's no comparison to Mike and anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's dead. That's all the way dead. But Mike needed Phil, and Mike needed Scottie. Mike probably even needed Phil even more than Scottie. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now. I don't care what Mike feel like. Mike feel like that people gonna look at him in a different light. I don't care. Cause what I'm saying right now is greatness, and this is right here, man. This remind you, the LeBron and Michael Jordan conversation need to stop. It needs to stop. Now, I understand both sides. Because you say, all right, LeBron, because it's longevity. LeBron been playing forever, and that Golden State team, just that and third. But no, that's Mike, man.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead with this question. So, I want to talk about contracts, right? That's primarily what I want to get at about contracts. And when I say contracts, I'm talking about the Scottie Pippen contract. Back then, we know the numbers were not crazy like they are now. But if you are a player in 1991, the summer of 91, and you're seeing the transition from not being televised as much to the global aspect starting to come into play, would you sign a long-term 7-year deal to stay with an organization for $18 million? Or would you do the short-term deal, get a little bit more money, but you still on a short-term deal to be able to secure a bigger bag? Go ahead. I want you to go first, Dip. I want you to go first.
Man, here's the deal. When it comes to those situations, it all depends on the person. You know what I mean? The first thing I thought about was when I saw that is when Melo took that big contract for 10 years or whatever it was from New York, while his friends took the short deal and teamed up with Miami, right? Mm-hmm. Melo took the long-term contract. He wanted to take care of his family. You know, Scottie Pippen, you know, they talk about the two people in the wheelchair in his home, you know, small town guy. He wanted his bag secured for the next 7 years because he was thinking if something happens, I want to be all paid for. He wasn't thinking the big picture. He was just thinking, I got to be selfish and take care of myself for 7 years. So I don't hate him for doing it. You know, it was just hard to watch as the years go on to know that one of the best players in the world was getting underpaid, and they couldn't do anything about it. But I just think on his behalf, it's smart to get the bag and secure it. And money's first, your family's first, then, you know, the rest come later. So I'm with that.
All right, I'm going to jump down to Dip. I'm sorry, Tez, I'm going to let you go, and we got to go quick, yo, because I want to ask something else on this question.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So what's your thoughts on Scottie taking that deal? Would you, as a player, would you have taken a long-term deal like Scottie, or would you have taken a short-term deal? Maybe you would have got a little bit more money up front, but you wouldn't have had all of that money that he got, but he wouldn't have had to deal with the long-term issues of staying on a team on a low-end contract.
At that time, I probably would have took that money.
Okay.
Because we talking to hindsight right now.
Okay.
It's a different mentality, it's a different thought pattern right now, as far as business-wise and basketball. Mm-hmm. So if I'm saying that I'm putting myself in his shoes at that time, yeah, I probably would take that dumb contract. Because we I think, what was Magic Johnson's first contract?
25 years, $25 million.
You see what I'm saying? So.
Yep, I'm with you. Mike, I say the best for last because I know that's your guy. Tell me, yo, would you have took that deal?
Yeah, at that time when he took the deal, he was a top. When he signed the contract, he was a top 10 paid player at the time.
Right.
When he signed the contract, like I think you know when you look at things like that, people forget hindsight and stuff like that. When you take that contract, you're the top 10 highest paid player in the league at that time. Mm-hmm. You know, but as time goes on, things change and you become underpaid because you wanted to be a top 10 highest paid player then than now. So at that time, yeah, you take it because everything he wanted to do was that he had to do with it. So I'm not mad at him for taking it. I'm mad at the Bulls organization for not taking care of him